I call David Bennett.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and it's good to see the Labor Party supporting this bill, and we look forward to other parties in the House doing similarly as well. I think this is a good piece of legislation which all members of Parliament should recognise that we have a role to play in keeping our borders safe and secure, and that's one thing that I know many people in this House talk of many times, and it's a time now for them to show that they actually follow that in their actions by supporting this bill. 1996 was the original, the current legislation came into force then, and although this isn't a substantive rewrite of it, it does go through and add a bit of an update to take into account more modern times. And so there are some business-focused initiatives in it, and some of those enabling customs to make issuings over the valuation of imports, and that will give them greater certainty, and these rulings can be binding. Makes explicit the process for declaring a provisional value for imports where values can't be known at that time. There will also be some relaxation of restrictions on businesses and their storing of records. There are also some changes to the sanctions involved with a new infringement scheme similar to that used by MPI, and that would give an easier mechanism to deal with petty offending. And the range of penalties will be increased to ensure consistency with comparable penalties in other legislation. Probably one of the most easy to talk about and discussed part of it will be around the examination of electronic devices and other goods, namely cell phones that travellers may be coming through. And so that is something that many people will take into account when looking at this legislation. Also some rules around information disclosure, the passenger name record, and other changes. So this is a good bill, Mr Speaker, and we look forward to it passing through this House.
Call Dr Megan.